I don't think I like these formulas this week. I just sat there looking at them going,
Say what?
I just can't even. Yeah.
So we need to have a title for our project. Do you guys have any suggestions for what the actual name of it would be?
We need a title. Like we have to have a title.
It just says a general. There's like 6 questions before you can ask for approval, and the first one is, what's the title of the project?
Know your type? I don't know.
Sounds good to me.
How frequently do students know their blood type? Okay, sorry, yeah.
Is that one's that one that basically doing for the group, right? Or do we have to do that too?
I think
I think just one of us has to do that.
Okay.
Susan, what's your last name? Because I have to list the students that are doing the thing.
Rose, like the flower, ROSE.
Perfect.
Yeah, don't do like me.
I think I have yours from the email.
Yeah, when I made my email, I didn't know it would be nice to have my name. So I just made it a Susan Sue. I don't know why. I was trying to, yeah. So nobody knows my last name.
Well, no, because I was spelling your name Roe, ROE, because I actually have a cousin who married a guy with that last name, so I was like, oh, okay, Roe. I don't know where I got it from, but yeah, I was like, oh, Rose.
Because that's what you heard. It sounds like a whole bunch of different last names, so it makes sense to me. How did you guys feel about the homework last week?
I didn't have any problems with it.
Really? I definitely struggled. Struggled. Yeah. And I'm like, wait, no, I've been doing okay. Having to work at it.
My oldest just crashed on the couch, so I'm going to go put him in his bed. 1 second. Sorry.
Was there anything in particular that kind of gave you trouble?
I would have to go back and look, but it just disturbed me a little bit because I felt like for the unit 1, it was all getting familiar with stuff, and unit 2 was a little more difficult, and now unit 3, I feel like, where did I go wrong? Like, what the heck happened? I don't know what's going on, but last week was a rough week, so I was very frustrated. Can't believe we're on class 16 already. I didn't even start the group quiz yet. I'm going to be so behind you guys. I'm sorry.
I actually finished it, and it only took me about 5 minutes.
Really?
I mean, there's 20 questions, but it actually flew by pretty fast for me.
Oh, good. Sounds like you've got a pretty good grasp on this subject.
Well, I mean, I kind of think I do.
Well, that's good.
I mean, it's one thing to know it now, but I'm a really bad test taker. So like, I can take this group quiz by myself, or even like, with you guys or do the homework quizzes or whatever, and I can do perfect on them. But then when the exam actually starts, it's like, oh crap, I don't know what to do.
That's funny. My old boss was she had test anxiety really bad, and she would do something very similar. And so she just never finished her degree. You know, it was just too stressful for her, you know.
Right.
But she was an excellent boss. The data entry 191.
Okay, so this thing asks for a brief description of the project. So I just said, for our statistics class, we are conducting a survey of how often students know their blood type. We plan to approach students on campus, 30 of each gender, and have them fill out a brief survey. The survey will contain 2 questions: if they have read the consent question on the form, and if they know their blood type. We are planning to compare the number of yes and no responses between men and women to see if one group knows their blood type more often than the other.
That sounds great. So how far away are grandparents?
Oh, they're just in town, but between packing up the kids and everything, it's always an adventure coming home.
Yeah, my daughter just arrived here with her 3 little ones in tow, so it's a 2-hour drive for her, so she's a trooper.
That right there is the reason I don't make a lot of trips because I just don't.
So this says, are you conducting a study about or for a campus organization or department? We're doing it for a class, so I don't think that applies to us. And even though the math department is technically on campus, we're not doing it for them. It's just for the class.
I would say no.
Mm-mm. Have you guys gotten stuff in your email to like do a questionnaire or something? I've never opened those because I didn't know whether they were legitimate, but now after taking this class, I'm wondering if they were.
They are. I sometimes like there was one though that was like I didn't do it. Just like it was asking about dating apps, and I was just like, I'm married. Like it's not my scene anymore. And I've always wondered how they select and get that information, but I've never been super concerned about it.
Yeah, I know I get so much spam at work. I was afraid of opening some of those. You doing okay, Todd?
Yeah, can you hear me typing?
Yeah, I just want to make sure we can't help
sorry.
you anyway. No, no worries. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, it was just saying, so like where we're doing it's I guess like an intercept study where we're approaching people on campus. So I had to list the locations where we're planning to talk to people and how many people we were planning on. They call it intercepting.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like a sport. Intercepted.
Funny, kind of like at a singles dance.
You have to catch them.
Yep. So once we get that turned in,
you have to wait because I had to put my email, so I think they review it and then send approval.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think the big thing is like with the teacher is does it fulfill the requirements for our class, and then I would imagine we wouldn't have any issues, but this thing that Todd's doing is basically like a standards board type thing to make sure like we're not like doing illegal things or like
picking people up to a car battery or something.
Having to comply with other regulations. Because like I was actually thinking about it and talking about it with my wife. If we were like recording, like name and blood type, like we probably have to like completely redesign the study because of like HIPAA. So.
Oh yeah, that's because like it could get really
yeah, personal information and storing it. There's a lot of regulations around that stuff.
It does not sound happy out there. So I know we got to a certain point. Were we done with everything on the document, the design the study document?
As far as I remember, because we finished the questionnaire and the only thing left was really this step and in terms of prep work.
Maybe
compliance. So
written approval. Wait for registration. Let's say today, so go to performance submitted. Attach the proof of registration in step 16 to the project proposal for your teacher. Okay. Okay. So what do I do? Take a little snippet of his feedback? I could do that right now while we're waiting. Come on, load it, load it. All right.
I am going to add something on the informed consent, just stating explicitly that we're not interested in what their blood type is, only if they know what it is.
I think that is a good thing to add. Okay. Oh, that's really good. I approve to address your instruction. So I'm looking at the document, Jesse,
Mm-hmm.
and I did a snippet under number 13 based on the feedback from your instructor until they approve it, and it's just a snippet of his approval, and then survey approval. Your instruction will give written approval.
Yeah, how do we register that we have written approval there? I guess.
I haven't gotten to that section yet. I'm on part E where we have to describe the risks. There's like a ton of legal junk where it's like there's like this law and whatever says that you can't conduct research with people of these subgroups. Are you planning on interviewing people from blah blah blah? It's like, no, we're not talking to the elderly, the mentally impaired, people under 18, or any of that. Just, wow, this is way too complicated.
I didn't know you were gonna have to dip into the law side of it, did you?
Seriously, like, why can't this be simple and just like,
Oh, you've got the written approval there. Nice.
Yeah, was that okay to put it there? Was that the right spot, you think?
Looks good to me.
Which do you guys have the thing up?
Yeah.
The document.
When your
I
instructor
figured since you're doing that, Todd, Jesse, and I could take a look here.
Well, wait. Why did it say when your instructor has his/her signature in step 15? But step 15 is what I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
You may register your project with the human.
Well, it says
subject
that we can
board.
register.
Then it says
Right.
attach proof of registration approval from step 16. I think they renumbered these at one point and forgot.
So now we wait for registration approval from the board, and then we attach under 16 the proof of registration. But why does it talk about our instructor approving in 3 different areas? Under 14, under 15, and under 18, right? Do you see that?
Right.
Does he have to approve it 3 different times?
We shouldn't, no.
I didn't think so. Select the data, find the study, self-report.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Because it does say in step 17, each group member signed below that you will not collect data until your project has been approved in writing by your instructor in step 19, which 18 is the last one. So I don't know where step 19 is, but.
Oh, was there a step 19? Oh.
That's the funny thing. That's like I said, I think they renumbered these.
My gosh. All right. Well, I saved it just with the snippet. That's the only thing I added. I'll let you guys determine whether you think we need to. We can't do anything until we get the approval from this little step that Todd is doing, right?
I mean, it does say approved. You may register with the IRB. So, I mean, that's as good as in writing, in my opinion.
Yeah. And it's there.
It's there. So, yeah, if they're bickering about where it is in the document, that's fine. But it's there. So.
I tapped it. Oh. There it is. So I know I'm going to be slow, so I'm going to start working on the quiz if you guys are all right with that, just because I know I'm going to be slow.
Yeah, like I said, it shouldn't take that long. Like I got 21 out of 21 in like 5 minutes, so I can help if you guys want me to. Other than that, I'm just gonna keep chugging along with this.
Okay,
Like,
and you're
it
okay doing that?
Yeah, like it is really simple. Like the group quiz is really simple, and this
You
is
say
actually,
that.
press the proceed button to complete your registration. Oh. If you have requested a sample, please allow 2 to 3 business days for processing and delivery. I don't think we did that.
What didn't we do?
Sample?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, I think that was something different. So, registration of human research projects using human subjects. Thank you for registering your study with BYU Idaho. Please don't forget your project. Please don't begin your project until you have formal clearance from Office of Mentored Research and Faculty Development. Direct questions to this person, blah, blah, blah. It is registered, so.
Well, do we have to hear back from them and say, yep, it's cool? Or
Yeah, I think that's what it is because I had to list my email, and I think the only reason why I had to do that is for them to be able to send me a thing saying, hey, you're approved, or hey, you can't do this because it's stupid.
Yeah, it says wait for registration approval from the university's human subjects board. So.
Do you think I can go ahead and take that quiz again and say that we did it? Because
I'm pretty sure you can.
I mean, even though I haven't technically like finished, but we haven't gotten approval for it yet per se. It's like there's no reason why we wouldn't, and it's just
we have more than one attempt on that anyway.
Yeah, we have 5.
Oh, that's
But
just
anyway, so yeah, like the group quiz, like since I finished that now, Like on number 3, like I don't know if you guys have you guys already started it?
I
I'm
was
just starting it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like it's pretty easy. Like you really don't even have to calculate the p hat 1 and p hat 2 because the spreadsheet tells it to you.
Yeah, that's what I was just noticing.
Yeah,
It's
so
like-
like
If this was a math class, like not like a statistics, like more like something like calculus or like something beyond, like they would. They wouldn't give you this little spreadsheet.
You mean the little male female thing?
No, like most of the time when you first learn something, like in like my calc classes and stuff, you have to do it like longhand and show your work, and it like one problem takes up like an entire page, and you want to kill yourself if you get it wrong by adding wrong once. It's frustrating.
Gotcha. Okay, so I need to find P1.
Yeah, basically it's just put in your variables in the right fields and you get the right answer.
yeah.
P1 is the proportion of females. So it's 18 over 52, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it ends up being 52 over 70 and like 42 over 59.
Oh,
Or where those numbers come from.
no, you're right. 52 over 70. Who can taste it? So the round of 3 decimal places. You get 0.743.
Yep.
You've already blown past me, haven't you?
I might be on number 5.
Oh, I suck. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Why? I should have started it.
Well, I actually opened this quiz before Todd even joined in the call because I was like, my computer's so slow half the time, and I was like, I didn't want to be like holding up the group while waiting for my quiz to load.
What is it they want us to find out?
Which one are you on now?
I'm on 5. The research
Okay.
question is the proportion of females who can taste different. So they're not saying greater than or less than. So it would be the
I wasn't sure if it was A or D, but I'm thinking it's A.
I'm thinking it's A.
Yeah.
My grade has been restored.
That
Oh,
was
that
just killing
feels-
you. That was just killing you.
It was honestly like, I mean, it really shouldn't because I mean I had like 5 more chances to take it, but it was still like just, I don't know. It just made me feel like, yeah. Anyways,
First world problems.
yes, BYU Idaho probs.
So are you on the point estimate?
Oh, is that number 6?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So did you guys watch the video about that question?
No.
So yeah, so he posted an announcement to actually like talk about that question because people were having problems with it. Basically, like to like find the point estimate, what you do is you take the p hat 1 and minus the p hat 2. So like the whatever it was, I'm gonna pull it up here really quick.
It's basically saying what's the center point.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what it's saying. So like oh dang it, I don't have it up anymore. But yeah, no, I'm talking like the 52 over whatever minus the whatever the other number is over the whatever, and it's like 0.3, it's like 0.3 something. My memory is
1.
something like that. Yeah,
031, yeah.
I've got iLearn back up here, so.
The large variance.
I am seriously grateful that you discovered that little trick where it's just the upper bound minus the lower bound divided by 2, because it's worked like every time.
It worked this time too.
Yeah.
So I just need to take the number that we just had and divide it by 2, correct?
Well, it's
No.
the it's a confidence interval. So not the one in number 6.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah, because the point estimate, like I was saying, that's basically like what the middle point in your confidence interval would be. And the margin of error then is still just the upper minus lower divided by 2. Yeah, margin of error, yeah. I bet it just wants your upper and lower.
I'm still gonna figure.
Yeah, so I got 0.154 for the margin of error.
Yep, me too.
And then the upper and lower bound is the negative 0.123 and the 0.185.
Say that again. The upper was what?
So the upper bound is just, like right there on the spreadsheet, the 0.185.
0.185.
And the lower bound for number 8 is negative 0.123.
Wow.
Whew, man, I'm sorry. I just feel so good right now. Man, I don't know why that was stressing me out so much.
Well, when I took the homework 2 quiz the first time, I got like half right. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. That's why I'm so stressed out about it.
And then we failed to reject the null based off of that. So there's insufficient evidence to suggest that the true proportion of females is different.
Why do we fail to reject there?
What's the p-value for that test? Because it's a not equal.
Shoot, hold on. Yep, that's my problem.
Yeah, because it's a not equal to test.
Oh, wait, that didn't.
So I did not do this right. Oh.
Wait a minute.
Maybe I did. All right, so one more time. Margin of error. Lower bound is negative 0.123, right?
Yep.
Negative 0.123, yep.
And then, and then upper bound is the point.
So wait, what number are we looking at then for that confidence interval? Is it the P? Isn't it the Z value? Or the Z?
You mean the on which question?
Number 10.
So that's based on the p-value.
Oh, the P value. I guess it wouldn't matter. Okay. Yeah, so I see what you're talking about. Failed to reject. No. Outcome. And that one, so there's insufficient evidence to suggest that the true proportion of females who can taste PTC is different than the true proportion.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Getting the wording right is tricky.
Yeah, I got super confused on like how to state it in English, and then I started to understand it, and then I forgot it by the exam and did poorly on that section. But now I actually remembered like there's like it's like a set thing every time.
It is. It kind of.
It is, but it's
like
for some reason my brain's still like,
Yeah, so I actually wrote it down on my little sheet of paper where it's like, if we reject the null, then there's sufficient evidence of HA. And if we don't reject the null, then there's insufficient evidence of HA. So it's just stating it in English, whether or not each way.
Sorry, Stephen, what was the question?
Oh, I don't think I did. Sorry, I was just listening to you guys.
Oh,
So I'm on 12. I know I'm way behind.
nope. That's where I'm at right now.
Okay, good.
The next 9 questions. Awesome.
To be honest, I didn't even go through and do the test for number 12. I just kind of assumed that it was. I figured I had a 50-50 chance and I wouldn't be asking us all the other questions if it wasn't.
Well, no, there was that one time where they were like, regardless of whether it was satisfied or not. Remember that?
Yeah, and I feel like that's just basically telling you like what the answer was to the first question, and
Right.
I didn't see that this time. But the neat thing is that the spreadsheet even shows you like those numbers for the requirements. So like you don't even have to do those formulas; it just tells you right there.
Yeah.
Where it's like check all the requirements. So if all those numbers are greater than 10, then it's all good. So
What was that?
I was making a popping noise with my mouth like Donkey does in Shrek. I'm
New.
sorry.
It sounded like you were repeatedly popping a Pringles can.
I wish I was popping a Pringles can. I'm so hungry right now.
The portion of patients less than.
Okay.
So, did you do the D hypothesis? It's less than. I'm thinking when it's portrait heart attack on a weekday.
Yeah, you're right, Susan. Yeah, you did the last one where it's equal to for the null and then less than for the alternate. You're right.
Okay. 14. Use data and table to find P1.
So p hat 1, I get 0.141.
Yep.
That's 14, right?
Yeah. Z-score of 2.020. I thought I'd say find the z-score, like we have to do that giant thing. Given the z-score is the last question. Well, the z-score doesn't really have anything to do with it. It's the type of test that matters. So, and it's to the left.
Yeah, it's to the left.
I just think it's funny because they're given the z-score, and I'm like, technically that doesn't matter because it's according to your test that matters. They even specified that in the reading.
Yeah.
Okay, so
0.03 is the decision. We reject the null.
Get out of here, null hypothesis. Be gone.
There's sufficient evidence to conclude. So it's one of the last. I just hate having to read these like paragraph sentences just to figure out.
oh my gosh, you were on the last one. Are you kidding me?
Oh, sorry. Where are you?
No, that's just fine. I'm just like, I'm
I thought I was behind you.
no, I'm
Which one are you on, Susan? I'm not trying to be.
I need to get I'm skipping around. I know it's fun. Losing where my data is.
I will be right back in 1 second.
Okay. Love it when I punch in the wrong numbers.
Oh, so are you still looking at 14?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, it is. It basically is really crucial that you just punch in the right numbers in the right boxes in this one.
So I'm getting the wrong p-value.
What was frustrating though is they don't really clearly label them.
Mm.
Oh no, I guess they do. Oh, They don't label them like
It's like we can
X1
understand them. Okay.
yeah, they
14, 47. All right,
Yeah,
so
so
sorry,
you're
catching up. So 15 is 145.
and what'd you get for 14?
Is that 15? 14 I got 141.141.
Yep.
15 I got 0.145.
Yep.
Now to the Z score. Oh my gosh, I am slow as molasses. Okay,
What'd you get for the Z score?
I haven't figured it out yet.
Wait, are you doing it by hand?
Yeah. How would you be doing it? There's no data to download, is there?
Yeah, you
Oh,
can use the spreadsheet.
yeah.
Where's the spreadsheet?
Oh,
It's the
I feel so
categorical
bad.
data analysis. Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, man,
That's just fine.
yeah, I'm not that quick, Susan.
Where I was like, dang.
Oh man, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were sitting there doing it by hand.
Where's
Your
the
poor
data? You know,
hand.
so the normal probability applet, and I
So it's
see.
no, it's just the you don't even use that. I brought that up too, just in case, but you just use the categorical data analysis underscore hat file that we used for the one proportion, and there's just another tab.
Is it in the
with two
quiz? They
proportions.
usually have like a little.
They didn't reference it, ironically.
Oh my gosh. That's okay. I love my job.
Well, hey, you got a lot of practice doing it by hand, so you should
I
have that down.
You
Indeed, I
should get
did.
extra. If I was the teacher, I would give extra credit.
For reals.
Like, why are they so much faster than me?
So if you can't find it, you can go to lesson 17, and the link for the file is there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's categorical data analysis underscore hat.
Yeah. And that's really easy because all you have to do is put in the X1, the P1, and the P2 and X2, and it gives you everything like the confidence interval, the p-value, the z-score. It does the test requirements and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and all you have to fill in is like at most 5 things.
Okay.
Like, well, I guess at most 6, but usually it's only like 4.
One proportion. And two samples. The chi-square, that's the one. Right?
Yeah, except we're not using that one yet.
We're doing which one? The two proportions?
Yeah.
The two proportions. Okay.
Whoa.
I'm such a dork. So sorry. Let's see.
Wait, how did I miss question 18?
So X 16713.
Ah, shoot, because I did the wrong test. That's why.
Which one?
Make sure you do a less than test for your p-value on 18. Because I accidentally left it as not equal to. So it should be 0.022, but I put 0.043 because I had the wrong test.
18. Oh, gotcha. I see what you're saying. I'm still just trying to fill up the data. All right, X2 was 615 over.
I'm just going back.
42447.
Actually, you know what?
And then you said, where do we change the less than?
So under where it says confidence level in the spreadsheet, you can actually like highlight the box and it'll give you a little drop down arrow.
In the spreadsheet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so even though it's a white cell, you can actually modify it.
Oh, so it needs to be P1 less than P2.
Right.
Okay, and this is where you're getting your score. I'm not completely out of my mind. Not completely, almost, but not completely. Okay, so P hat 114. Oh my gosh, it's right there. You probably thought, well, I don't understand her.
Well, that's why kids just kept saying, it's like, yeah, it's mostly just, putting the data in the right cells.
I was totally lost. That's okay. I'm glad you found us. Okay. 15 save. 17 to the left, because the left side got it. 18 p-value. Oh, this is so much easier.
I can only imagine.
I feel so bad that I wish I would have known that we.
Not a big deal. So it is less than the 0.5, correct? So did you guys
That's why we reject.
reject your null?
Mhm.
Because we have sufficient evidence to conclude that a portion of the variations dies. There is sufficient evidence. But so did you use not sample C, but choice C? Is that the one you did?
Yes. Sorry, I'm going back and getting my point that it should have.
Okay. I am getting with the program. Okay, you're right. That wasn't so bad.
Yeah, I feel like now it's like, man, I probably sounded so presumptuous saying like, oh man, it only took me 5 minutes with like all those. And man, that would have sounded like so cocky where it's like, man, I did all those formulas in 5 minutes, no big deal.
Like, it's really easy. I'm like, wow, he really is getting this stuff.
I was like, yeah, I typed the numbers into the spreadsheet. Yeah, I am. It would take me so long if I did the formulas, but I'm just using the spreadsheet. It's
yeah, that was yeah, because I'm telling you, that homework quiz just about took me out. I mean, I ended up getting like almost an A. And I'm like, really? Because I was doing really great on all the homework until this time. And I'm like, oh no, this is not good.
All right, guys. Well, we got the study thing, got the things submitted, Todd, and done with the quiz. Is there anything else?
Yes, thank you for doing that, Todd, and thanks for your help, guys.
No worries. Hopefully, I'll let you guys know if I get the email that it was approved in the next day or so. We'll probably won't find out till Wednesday anyhow, but hopefully if it gets accepted, I'll probably go out and collect the data like Friday. Hopefully, just because I only have one class Friday morning, so I'm already on campus, so I might as well just roam around and talk to people.
Okay, I'm going to stop the podcast.